Alright students, let's go ahead and today discuss the chapter of ISD, Input Service Distributor. Everyone over here, let's go ahead and take a quick linking. First of all, we started learning GST with goods and service. Goods and service has to be supplied. Supply can be either interstate or intrastate. Inter or intra, GST will be levied. Once GST is levied, GST has to be collected and paid by a taxable person. He will go ahead and calculate GST. GST is equal to value of supply into rate of tax. Once you know the value, you will prepare tax invoice, credit note, debit note. Then you will maintain your accounts and send the goods to the other person with the help of e-way bill. Once you go ahead and send the goods to the other person, your liability to pay comes, and liability to pay comes at the time of supply when you will go ahead and use your ITC. Everyone, attached to the chapter of ITC is the chapter of job work and also ISD. ISD is section number 20 and section number 21. Let's go ahead and now learn the chapter of ISD, Input Service Distributor. First of all, always remember in your exam, the name suggests Input Service Distributor means input services which are being received by the head office for the branches which are under the same pan. Those services ka tax GST will be distributed by the input service distributor. They will never distribute input ka credit and capital goods ka credit. So for an example, we have the Reliance ka head office which is in Mumbai, and they have gone ahead and taken the services from Pogo, which is an advertisement company. Pogo will go ahead and give a bill to the head office, which is a tax invoice under section number 31, read with rule number 46. If it is intrastate supply, they will go ahead and charge CGST, SGST. Interstate, they will go ahead and charge IGST. The head office, when they are going ahead and receiving the invoice, they can go ahead and distribute the credit to the branches under the same pan. Now for distribution, the head office has to go ahead and take a separate registration under section number 24 as an input service distributor. They can go ahead and distribute the credit by going ahead and issuing an ISD invoice. Always remember one thing, whenever ISD is going ahead and issuing the invoice, it is section number 20 read with rule number 54. Rule number 54 sub rule 1 goes ahead and tells you what are the contents of an ISD ka invoice. Yes sir, always remember one thing, if the supplier has given an invoice charging CGST and SGST to the ISD. ISD, if it is distributing CGST and SGST in the same state, it will distribute CGST and SGST as CGST and SGST. But if it is distributing CGST and SGST in other state, it will distribute as IGST. Always remember, if the head office has received an invoice wherein IGST is charged, if it is distributing to same state or different state, IGST is always distributed as IGST. Always remember one thing, distribution will be done in the ratio of the turnover. Distribution ratio is the turnover of the turnover in state in the preceding financial year. If preceding financial year, when all the units to whom you are doing the distribution is not available, then take preceding quarter ka turnover, for which details of all the recipients are available. Always remember, in the turnover you should exclude central excise duty, state excise duty, VAT and CST. Then, sir, always remember, when you are distributing, you distribute to those branches which are under your same pan only. Sir, if the head office has received an invoice which is with respect to only one person, means supposing the service which is taken by the head office is with respect to the exclusive service which is availed by only one branch, then the distribution should be only to that recipient. Sir, if it is a common credit which is for more than one branches, then distribute among such recipient. If it is for all the branches, then distribute to all the branches. Clear everyone? Sir, if ISD has gone ahead and received an invoice, when ISD will distribute, it will receive an ISD invoice. If ISD got a debit note, then also it will give an ISD invoice. Supplier gave a credit note, then ISD will distribute by using an ISD credit note. Right everyone, always remember one thing, whenever the ISD is distributing, it will go ahead and file one return which is GSTR 6 by next month ka 13, and the amount gets reflected in the GSTR 2A of the recipient. ठीक है sir, point is clear. Always remember, ISD distributes credit with respect to services, inputs and capital goods ka credit is not distributed by the ISD. In the exam, be very careful about it. Then ITC available shall be distributed in the same month. This month ka ITC should be distributed in this month only. There is no time limit to go ahead and distribute it later. If you have not distributed, gone baba gone, you can't distribute the credit. Then separate distribution for eligible and ineligible ITC, that is block credit. If you are going ahead and distribute block credit separately, distribute eligible credit separately. Let the branch go ahead and decide whether it wants to take the credit, doesn't want to take the credit. But as an ISD, you will distribute eligible credit and ineligible credit both. Then, sir, ISD will distribute CGST, SGST, UTGST and IGST separately. Sir, supposingly ISD wants to distribute you the credit, they will give you ISD invoice. What if the distribution is more? They want to reduce your credit, then they will go ahead and give you an ISD credit note, and to the correct unit whom they have to distribute more, they will go ahead and give ISD invoice. So for an example, A co distribution has been done more, then to reduce A ka credit, they will give A co ISD credit note, and B ka credit has been less, so they will go ahead and give B co ISD invoice so that B ka credit will go up. This ISD credit note and ISD invoice will be declared in the GSTR 6, and they will go ahead and then accordingly your credit will be distributed. So it says ISD credit note to the wrong unit, ISD invoice to the correct unit, and that will be reported in the GSTR 6. For an example, in 1 month I went ahead and distributed to one branch. One branch co I went ahead and distributed, ISD went ahead and distributed 1 lakh rupees, but credit note is 2 lakh rupees, then the differential 1 lakh rupees. Because what I am giving you is only 1 lakh, but what I am reducing for you is 2 lakh, credit note is more than credit note is more than invoice, then the differential will be added to your output tax liability. Negative amount apportioned to a unit shall be added to its output tax liability, that is where credit note amount is greater than ITC distributed. Always remember, what is the distribution formula, everyone? Whatever is the credit to be distributed, amount of credit to be distributed multiplied by turnover of the recipient during the relevant period divided by T, which is aggregate of, you have to write over here, it is the aggregate of turnover. It is not aggregate turnover, it is aggregate of the turnover of all the recipient, means aggregate of all the recipient ka turnover to whom you are going ahead and distributing, right everyone? So it is always the total amount of credit to be distributed multiplied by the turnover of one branch divided by all the branches ka turnover ka aggregate to basically whom you are distributing. If you are distributing only to 2 branches, then 2 branches ka aggregate ka turnover ka aggregate. 3 branches ko distribution, then turnover ka aggregate of all the 3 branches. Can I go ahead, everyone? Now, if you come on the right hand side, for an example, one ISD has gone ahead and distributed extra, then always remember they should go ahead and issue credit note and rectify it. If they have not gone ahead and rectified it, the branch which has gone ahead and received the extra credit, extra distributed amount, branch should go ahead and pay the amount voluntarily by using form GST DRC 03. Along with interest, they should go ahead and pay it back to the government. But if branch has received extra and voluntarily they are not going ahead and paying, then department will initiate proceedings under section number 73 and 74. They will give you a demand order along with interest, penalty, everything, and if you don't pay, they will hang you upside down and recover the amount, right everyone? Then we have one note. Sir, if distribution has been done extra, they have taken the extra, but distribution extra was done by whom? By the head office. Always remember, head office should not distribute more than what is the credit. If they have done it, then they will also be penalized with general penalty under section number 122, which goes ahead and says, sir, section number 122, 1, clause 9 goes ahead and says they will have to pay higher of 10,000 or extra amount distributed. Right, everyone? I will go ahead and close my discussion on ISD over here. B graded topic, you can call job work and ISD as B graded topic, where either of them say 1 3 to 4 mark ka question will be asked. If not 3 to 4 marks, at least 1 2 marks MCQ must be asked in the exam. I will go ahead and close my quick revision on the chapter of input service distributor over here, everyone. Congratulations, people.